Hello YouTube and YouTube subscribers. I'm in my vehicle right now and I am all alone in my car. I have no children with me, and if you know me, I have 5 children and I'm able to actually get out by myself right now to go to the store. And I usually don't even do that because I suffer from chronic anxiety and some really bad agoraphobia. But today I'm feeling able to get out of the house, which is usually not typical for me. So while we're alone together, I kind of wanted to talk about anxiety and phobias. And I suffer from so many phobias, and I've had so many phobias that I've actually been able to overcome. But there's like one more phobia that I cannot kick, and that's my allergy phobia. Like, I have an allergy phobia where I'm afraid that I'm going to have like an extreme allergic reaction to something. Excuse me. So it can actually be like a new shampoo or a new hair conditioner, a new hair product. It could be a lotion. It could be a new medication. That's a huge one for me. It could be just things that I take like on a regular basis, like Advil, for example. So I take Advil every day because of my migraines and because I have other pains that don't go away because I'm like old. So I'm fine because I know I've been taking Advil for the longest time. But then if I start reading the back about all this stuff that can happen to you, like this product might cause a severe allergic reaction, especially people who are allergic to aspirin, with hives, facial swelling, asthma, wheezing, shock, skin reddening, rash, blisters. And it's like, this freaks me out, right? So I have to like take this and not think about what's on the back. So when I think about what's on the back, then I do catastrophic thinking. So I'm like, oh, well, I can't take this because I'm going to have an allergic reaction because that's what it says on the bottle. And that's completely irrational. Completely. So that's just an example. So the things in my purse that I use for these moments is that I carry Benadryl in my purse. And if I feel like I'm in danger from something, and this is absolutely ridiculous in itself, I'll take my Benadryl out and I'll take a big gulp of it, and I'll be like, oh, well, you know, this stuff's gonna take care of my severe allergy reaction to this thing that's not even happening, right? So it gets really, really tiring dealing with phobias, and especially ones that really don't make sense. And so what else do I carry in my purse that help me? These cough drops, I am constantly chewing on, like, or sucking on. During every video that you'll see me, I'm having this in my mouth. My tongue is always red. For some reason, ever since I was 18 years old, I look at this as an antidote to having an allergy. It's the weirdest thing. I had a food allergy phobia for about 12 years. And after I ate something that I thought I was going to be allergic to, I would take a cough drop, and then it would be like a placebo effect of like, oh, now I'm okay now. So I still use these as a placebo effect remedy for an allergy reaction that doesn't even exist. Try making sense of that. I think the people who are like me or suffer from phobias and anxiety can kind of like, you know, empathize with this or kind of like identify with this, but other people are like, no, this is like too freaking weird for me. Another thing that I have with me all the time is an EpiPen. So this is an EpiPen. I never had to use one, but I do get a prescription for these just because my doctor knows how freaking cuckoo I am, because I actually think that I have allergies. So I'll tell you about these phobias, the specific ones that I have. Like I said, medications, and then the other one are like any kind of nuts, not perverted, like talking about nuts, like guys, ball sacks. I'm talking about like tree nuts, peanuts, walnuts, whatever. Reason being is because I worked at this restaurant and we had a salad that had walnuts on it with walnut oil in our salad dressing, and we would tell people what was in the salad, and we had a person that was allergic to walnuts but didn't say anything, and he gets the salad and eats the salad with the walnuts on it knowingly, and then he dies. He was only like 26 years old and he died. So I've been so post-traumatic of that since I was 21 years old that I can't escape that. Like it's forever in my mind. And the other ones, you know, like I mentioned, medications, like if you put me on a new medication, I'm gonna freak out. Like I'm gonna be like, okay, I know I'm gonna get an allergic reaction from this, especially like anything with penicillin in it, you know, because a lot of people are allergic to penicillin. I freak out when bees are around, and that's partly of why I don't go outside, because I'm terrified. Like, what if I'm allergic to bees, right? Like, people die all the time of bees, and what if I can't get to my EpiPen because I'm like on the ground or whatever? So I always have to have my purse with me, and that's another thing that drives everybody insane, is that I have to have my purse with me, and my purse is huge, you know, and it's by Killstar. I love Killstar. But anyway, so the other one is the most annoying for me. It's dyeing my hair. When I color my hair or bleach my hair, I freak out, because I remember that on the news there was this lady who had colored her hair and she was like itching and she was having like a reaction, you know, and then the next time she did her hair, she was like, you know, having trouble breathing. And I believe this was in England somewhere, and she had like 3 children with her, and she just like ignored all these symptoms, and she died in her bathroom supposedly, or somewhere. And ever since I heard that story, every time I color my hair or have color on my hair, I literally have to like take so much Xanax to get my anxiety level down to the point where I can actually color or bleach my hair. Like right now, I really need to do it. Like, look at my roots. And I was gonna do it today, but I didn't feel well enough up here. I was gonna do it yesterday, but I didn't feel well enough. And then it's been about 4 weeks, 5 weeks to where I should have been able to do it, and I can't, like, right now. Like, I feel like the risk of me having this anxiety overwhelming feeling during this supposedly relaxing thing that where I'm supposed to do for myself on my personal time is going to be catastrophically damaging to my brain. Like, you know, if you know anything about psychosomatic disorders or like conversion disorders, people can actually like manifest symptoms physically from thinking that it's going to happen. So then I get afraid of that because I know about that. So it's like, oh my God, right? like I'm like stuck in a prison inside of my head and I can't get out. So I just wanted to kind of like go over what it's like to have like phobias real fast without getting like scientifically into like terminology and like all this other stuff that I usually get really deep into. I wanted to share that with you because it's a big part of who I am and what I have to face every day. And that's just the layer cake on top of my chronic anxiety and on top of my PTSD and on top of my depression and on top of all the other crap that I have inside my brain. So I just felt like maybe there's someone out there that can relate to me. So if you can, or if this helped you feel not alone, let me know. And like, just leave me a comment or something that says, hey, you know, I have this, or I'm afraid of this and I don't know how to deal with it. I think it's important to create community, a sense of community, even if we're virtual friends or virtual acquaintances. It's very difficult to find people who actually can express like real life situation phobias. You know, there's tons of YouTube videos on here about, you know, doctors lecturing about phobias and talking about them and, you know, textbook this, textbook that, but then actually hearing it from somebody who's experiencing this phenomenon of phobia, you know, it's different, it's more personal. So hopefully this like intrigued you to like listen to a part 2, which I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna tell you all the symptoms that I feel when I'm exposed to the elements of what I'm afraid of. So thank you for listening. You guys are great. You know, like my video if you like it, please, because if you don't like it, I'm not gonna know like if this is something that you want to talk about. So I'm just gonna go in the store now and do the best I can in the store with my anxiety. So I'll talk to you soon about more phobias, and hopefully we can find a way to help each other. See you next time.